Hi, it's late at night on May 20th and 2025 Japan time. Over the weekend, I played the board game Catan again for the first time in a while, and it really helped me understand what's happening in the world economy right now. I highly recommend it. So, what is Catan? Basically, it's a game where players collect resources and build settlement and start everyone trade with each other. Each player's location gives them different resources, so people rely on trading to grow. It feels like a free trade system. But as the game goes on, development becomes more balanced. Eventually, everyone needs the same resource, like or or wait to keep building, and that's when players stop trading because helping others can hurt their own chances of winning. So cooperation ends. Then, instead of trading, players start using ports or banks to trade resources at worse rate, like 4 to 1 or 3 to 1. These special trade routes are like colonial or national trade in real-world economies. So the game shifts from free trade to something like a broker economy. And that's exactly what I feel is happening in the world now. For a long time, countries developed through global free trade, like the US, China, and others, but now prosperity is more equal, and the US and China are competing for the next level of dominance. In this competition, continuing free trade might benefit China more, so the US is trying to block trade instead. That's why I think the global economy today is like the endgame of Catan. Trade is slowing, power is dividing, and the nations are choosing side. America, especially, is becoming more selective, and if they want to grow in the divided world, they'll need two things: resource and skill. That's why I think the US is targeting Canada and Greenland. Greenland has rare earths, which the US currently imports mostly from China. If the US wants to stay dominant, it needs its own supply. Greenland also has fresh water, which is crucial for semiconductor production. Canada, on the other hand, is one of the world's biggest uranium exporters. The US probably won't control over Canada uranium because Kazakhstan is already close to Russia and China, making it harder for the US to rely on. Japan, by the way, imports uranium from both Canada and Kazakhstan, so we try to stay neutral and smile at both sides. But in the divided world, it's getting harder to play both sides. That's why I think Japan must act like a ten-tough country, not just two-faced. If we choose sides on energy, we might lose access to food. If we choose side on food, we might lose access to fuel. So we need to survive by staying diplomatic in every direction. That's task and political skill, but it also means politicians can't speak honestly at home. That will have to stay. That's have to say on one thing to citizens and another in national meetings. Two-faced, three-faced, four-faced politics will become normal, and national distrust will grow. As that happens, the role of individual voice and culture become more important, just like in the 1930s before the World War II, bloc economies lead to cultural independence. Each country develops its own strong local culture because global interaction slows down. So we might see lower stock returns because the efficiency of global trade is gone. We'll see higher costs everywhere, like 4-to-1 trade instead of 1-to-1. Only a few industries like food security, energy, and military defense will attract big money. That means investing will become very selective. Not everything goes up. Only strategic sectors get capital. So what does that mean for Japan? We are resource poor. We import energy from Saudi Arabia, uranium from Kazakhstan, Canada, and Australia. We import food from many places too. So we try to stay neutral, but we are always asked to pick sides by the US or China. Japan's survival and strategy must be flexible, even if it's still dishonest. It's the only way to secure what we need to from all sides. That also means our leaders will stop speaking honestly to US. That's say one thing to citizens and something else in global politics. And so national distrust will grow here and around the world. That's why culture and individual expression will become critical. People will stop trusting politicians, but they'll look to artists, thinkers, and creators. As stock makes become narrow and power shift to defense, energy, and food security, people will put less faith in stock and more into what they can build themselves. And that, I think, um, is how new culture begins. When people shift their time from trading stocks to creating something new, thought, voice, meaning. It kind of a world, commodity like gold may become more important too. They are simple, physical, and trusted. That's why gold price may be rising now. So yes, we are entering a complex but fascinating time. From Catan to geopolitical, and the lesson is clear. Free trade ends, division begins, culture awakens. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this, please follow the podcast. See you tomorrow.